Hello, in this tutorial, we're going to see the difference between Zillow and Trulia. So the first thing I'd like you to do is to launch your Trulia account. Let's see a bit of what Trulia is about, right? So Trulia is an American online real estate marketplace, which is a subsidiary of Zillow. It facilitates buyers and renters to find homes and neighborhoods across the United States through recommendations, local insights, and map overlays that offer details on a commute, schools, churches, and nearby businesses. So that gives you an introduction to Trulia, especially mentioning the fact that it is a subsidiary of Zillow. So that's step one. So let's see other differences. Both Zillow and Trulia have plenty of similarities, right? They are online real estate databases that carry property listings and connect homeowners to realtors. Now, these sites draw from MLS listings, so the properties on Zillow are generally similar to those on Trulia. On top of that, Zillow acquired Trulia in 2015, so the two are part of one installation, as we earlier said. So there are some differences between Zillow and Trulia, though, starting with their property estimation tools. Zillow's Zestimate relies on AI, public and user data to estimate your property's values. On the other hand, Trulia has a much simpler interface that delivers a different user experience than Zillow. For agents, the Zillow versus Trulia debate comes down to the quality and quantity of leads. Zillow Premier Agent is unique to Zillow, but Premier Agents still gather leads from Trulia as well. Your success on Zillow versus Trulia will depend on your overall lead generation strategy. Now let's take these takeaways. Zillow and Trulia offer free property listing for buying, selling, and renting. Users of both sites contribute to millions of online visits every month, and Zillow's proprietary algorithms automatically generate property values called Zestimate. Zillow lists properties in both the US and Canada, while Trulia's listings are only for the US. Let's see Zillow for buyers and sellers. Now, the answer to Zillow versus Trulia debate relies on a couple of considerations. As considered above, Zillow owns Trulia, all right, and therefore both websites share the database of FSBO listings, agent listings, home value estimates, and more. Now, if you're a buyer, the Trulia Neighborhoods feature is a great tool to familiarize yourself with your potential home area, and if you're a seller, Zillow's estimates can help you get an idea of your property's value. Zillow Agent Finder is a helpful way to find the best qualified agent in your area. If you're buying or selling, Zillow has numerous filters to help you research rental properties if you're looking to rent. If you're an agent, Zillow Premier Agent is a good way to get hot deals for your properties, and your Zillow listing appears on Trulia too, so you get more exposure. Now, once you post a listing on Zillow, it appears on Trulia. Now you can edit your listing, create your listing, manage your properties on Zillow, but you cannot do that directly in Trulia. Now, whatever change that you make to your listing on Zillow reflects your Trulia account. The bottom line is that your success with Zillow versus Trulia depends on many factors, including your zip code. Areas with more properties in the market are more competitive for agents and challenging to navigate for new FSBO buyers and sellers. Your preferences also count. You may choose Trulia for the simple, clean, user-friendly interface, or dive into Zillow to get the most data to inform your real estate decisions. In addition, you may also want to compare Zillow versus Trulia with alternatives like Redfin and Realtor to find out what best works for you. So, real estate agents often use a combination of these property listing sites, that's both Zillow and Trulia, to maximize their potential leads. All right, so the choice between Zillow versus Trulia presents different challenges for real estate agents, particularly the vast volumes of data each website generates. But as soon as the listing goes live on Zillow, it appears on Trulia a day later. This exposes you to many content emails, social media shares, phone calls, and messages about property. So add to that your lead generation content, and your inbox will overflow in no time. So that's pretty much the difference between Zillow and Trulia. Now you can just assess the both to see what works for you. So for me, if you're actually using Trulia, then I'd like you to also use Zillow, because that's where you can manage your listing and it's just going to reflect in Trulia. But in Trulia, you cannot directly manage your listing. So this is pretty much the process. Now you can go about this tutorial from top to bottom to get acquainted with the steps, and once you're done, you'll be able to make more informed decision. I hope this tutorial marvelously helps you search.